Welcome to Code with Hector, and we are going to start the intermediary. So, in this intermediary section, we are going to look at functions, the functions in Excel. And Excel has a lot of functions or formulas that are used to perform various tasks. So, but for the purposes of what we want to achieve, we will focus on some functions. We can't do all, there are many, but you need to understand the concept, and then you can do whatever you want to do with any of the functions. So we will look at the if functions. We will also look at the nested ifs, that is combining so many if functions together. We'll take a look at the sum if, and then the sum ifs. We'll also take a look at count if, and count ifs. We'll also look at VLOOKUP, and then we'll see how you combine various functions to work. So you can combine if function and then sum, or if function and VLOOKUP, if function and count, how to combine these various functions. We'll look at it. It's very simple. Then we'll look at some other functions as well. And then there are so many categories of these functions, and these are some of them that you can see here. Yeah, so let's go to the Excel itself and then have a look at it and how they work. This is the Excel interface. And if you want to know where the functions are in Excel, you go to formulas. This is where all the functions in Excel are. There are a lot of things that you can do with it. We have the financial functions. So these are functions that relate to finance. So if we want to perform any finance-related function, or we want to do anything relating to finance, you use these functions. And we also have the logical. We'll take a look. We'll be using some of these. Then we have the test functions here, and we also have the date and time functions. We also have the lookup and then reference functions. You can see the hyperlink here. We use that already. And then we also have VLOOKUP, lookup. We also have the mathematic functions. Yes. And then we have a lot of them here as well. So one thing about this function is that if you want to know what each of them does, you put a cursor on it, and then it tells you what this function does. Returns accrued interest for a security that pays periodic interest. You see, when you put it on any of the function, it gives you a hint of what any of them does. And then the tech section that you see here is a requirement or the syntax. We say the requirement to fulfill this function. So what you need to input for the function to work. And this is what the function does. So all of them, they have the same pattern. So you just need to know what you are doing and what you need to input. Now, how do you use this function on the Excel sheet? Now, you don't necessarily need to come here to select the function. You can also do that. But if you have the function of head, what you do is you press equal to sign, and automatically Excel knows you are coming to perform a function, or you are coming to do some calculation. So it freezes most of the tabs for you to do whatever you want to do. Yes, so once you start typing the formula, say I want to know today's date. You see the initials will all start coming. Now when you get to the one that you want to use, it also gives the hint of what the function does. And this one says, well, returns the current date formatted as a date. So this is what this one does. It returns the current date. So you want to return this you want to use this particular function. You will only press the tab key. And this one does not require you to enter any syntax or parameters. So it is only the bracket close, that's bracket open, bracket close. That's all. The ones that requires you to enter a parameter, you will see them, and then with long parameters separated by commas. So this doesn't require you to enter any parameter. So you only close the bracket and you press enter, and it gives you today's date. If you don't like this format, you go to the day, you go to the home, and then you select the format of date that you want. If you want a long one, you select it, it gives it. So anytime you want to perform or you want to call a function in Excel, you press equal to sign, you start typing. You can also use the plus as well, or the minus. But I always suggest you use the equal to sign to call the functions in Excel. Yes. So that's a brief overview of what we'll be looking at with regards to the intermediary. There are a lot of functions that we'll be working with. We'll be working with them, and it is very interesting. So please take this intermediary very serious. Go through if you can. So that is it with the function, and we'll upload a video on when we start the real work on some of the functions, especially the ifs, with examples as well for a better understanding. Yes, so see you in the next video. Thank you.